Grow Where You Are is a full-service social enterprise that focuses on developing vibrant local food abundance systems.
Local food to me is actually the hood. It's our Affordable Health Care Act, really.
Knowing my farmer has taken care of his soil, is conscious of the microbes and the ecosystem that's in the soil, has greatly influenced my health because, you know, I eat a delicious red pepper from the grocery store and it don't have nothing in it. It looks good, but then I get a red pepper from down the street from my farmer, and it's a world of difference.
And we've been developing U-Grow, Urban Garden Resiliency Oasis. We've also been developing the Good Shepherd Agro-Ecology Center. Members of our team have a long history in Atlanta of transforming spaces. We help to design and transform the Truly Living Well Wheat Street Garden farm site in downtown Atlanta. We've also helped to create the first ever native planting mounds here in Metro Atlanta at the Good Shepherd Agro-Ecology Center. That work is very important to us because it leads us to doing this space here.
I feel that the local food community is a strong community. They give back. I support. Even if I can't grow, I try to buy.
I've worked in health and nutrition, but I wasn't working in the part of growing, you know, being part of the growing and distributing of food, of local food, you know, which, like I said, I feel like is so much more valuable than food that's growing in South America or in California even, you know. So food that's grown in California is for Californians, you know. Mexico is for Mexicans. And that's not to say that we can't share, you know, continue to share in this global economy. However, we recognize that, you know, the value of where we are and what's in our environment, you know, is for us.
So that's the idea, is that we're creating a space where people can come to begin to wake their senses back up so that they can be creative and that they can begin to offer their gifts.
U-Grow actually sits on top of the 26 acres of the Outdoor Activity Center Nature Preserve that the West Atlanta Watershed Alliance helps manages as a green space and again as a public amenity. What really brought out the experience of U-Grow and the joy to be involved in it is that it's really a highlight of what we're doing is more than just producing food.
We don't have a connection to land. My family we don't have a connection to land. We are newly learning how to grow food in our homes and urban gardens like this one. All of us in my family are interested in learning how to grow food, but our school systems aren't teaching it to us.
My family is from the land, so my family's connection to the land is just I mean, it is us, so it's a connection to ourselves and understanding that connection to ourselves to realize that, I mean, as people who sojourn Earth, that we are of this Earth, and so our connection to our land is just our livelihood, it's our life.
Dr. George Washington Carver is well known for rising up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, and going out into the woods and speaking with the plants and listening to the plants. Genius is always inspired by nature, because nature is the architect of beauty and of harmony. So as we create this lab camp space here in Oakland City, we're allowing all the young minds and the young potential genius that is in this neighborhood to come out here and observe nature.
We'll be growing pumpkins, candy roaster squash, and golden nuggets. And the reason for those two kinds of squash is that we found that they're very ancient varieties, and they're also very disease and pest resistant.
This space will be transformed in such a way as to allow and take into account all the natural growth that has been happening in this space for years and years and years, and also to really understand the entire ecology, and that ecology being the animals, the plants, and the people that live in this neighborhood, that have watched their neighborhood go from being dirt roads to being paved streets to having a school on top of the hill to having that school be burnt down and to now having almost no services for the youth in this community. This site, this lab camp will be the site for yearly camping trips and field trips for many schools and families. And it will also be a site for food production, and we're going to put in a mini baseball field in remembrance of the Atlanta Black Packers. That's the work that Grow Where You Are has been doing in the community, and that we will continue to do in the community, to find spaces like this, form the necessary partnerships with the organizations that steward those spaces, develop the spaces, and make them into beautiful, productive sites where they can still have access to nature.